This month marks 420 celebration, which is National Marijuana Day, and I live in a country where that drug is now decriminalised. But why am I talking about this for this video? Well, it's because just like a Blunt, just like Biggie, just like Tupac Shakur, West Ham United got smoked absolutely straight up. We got smoked by Brentford Football Club, who've done the double over us this season. Yeah. I'm now thinking about that. You know how we always say how Brighton's our bogey team and all that? They have a lot in common now with Brentford. Brentford's going to be our new bogey team at this rate because we won't be able to beat them no matter how hard we try. And the difference is, whenever we play Brighton, we actually do kind of try. Believe it or not. We didn't try against this Brentford team. We played them away. Similarities between Brighton and Brentford is they both got nicknames after something that flies. Seagulls and a bee. We got pecked to death by the seagulls because they're annoying little flying rats. And then we got stung hardcore by a load of bees. We was all left red in the face from embarrassment, the fact that we got multiple stings. Do you know what I'm saying? It was like Nicolas Cage, that thing where he's like, not the face. That scene, I don't know what movie is that from. But we got stung by Brentford. You know what I'm saying, people? Aftermath time, it has finished. Brentford 2, West Ham United 0 at Brentford Community Stadium in what was an absolutely shambolic game for West Ham and was totally not worth me getting up rather. What time did I get up? I got up about 6 a.m. in the morning local time here in Canada to watch that. I went straight back to bed pissed off after the game. I didn't wake up for 4 hours until I got a text message from this group chat that I'm in, talking about how crap the game was. And, you know, it was absolutely diabolical. West Ham had no intent, no desire, no passion, no backbone, and no guts to win that game. I'm going off on one on this because I've got so much to say, and when I'm on a roll with so much to say, you don't want to interrupt me. So, don't interrupt me, don't text me, don't call me, anyone who's watching this. I'm going off on one right now about how poor this was, and I'll explain why it was bad. Starting with the team news. Fabianski and Lanzini are in. Sofal was back, starting at the right-back position. More or less a couple of changes needed from the Thursday night game. I think those were made. Brentford made a couple of changes. They put Johan Visa in the team. Brian Mbuemo, who has a little bit of a habit of turning up against West Ham. And Ivan Toney, obviously starting for them. And I hate to foreshadow things, but it seemed like this was going to have a 1-0 Brentford written all over it. Just looking by their team and then looking at us. I was thinking, stop locking my man Nikola Vlasic down and actually release him from those chains and put him in the team. Forget Django unchained. We've got Vlasic chained. Unchain my guy. Unchain my Croatian man, please. Moyes, do it. He didn't deserve to be on the bench for this, and he probably should have got more game time. Ben Rama was benched in place of Lanzini. I don't know why, because I've said in the past that they just keep coming on for one another. And we had to make do with what we've got. End-to-end start, really. And I hate to say this and people disagree, but it started off quite end-to-end. But West Ham had to defend Brentford. Brentford had the high-tempo, high-octane energy, going forward with the ball, crossing it, passing it, attacking. Zanka with the long throw-ins as well. Roy Delap wannabe, you might think. But he was throwing it long down the field. And talking of Zanka, I watched Cool Runnings earlier today. And honestly, the pace the West Ham went at wasn't as much as the Jamaican bobsleigh team. West Ham was just slow and lazy and lethargic. You know what I'm saying? Made a snail literally look like Usain Bolt. It says quite a lot. Mbuemo, it's a difficult name to say, struck a shot and Fabianski had to make a flexible save. Souček header was saved. That was really West Ham's only chance that was on target all game. I think Souček's heading the ball. Both Dawson and Zuma struggled in this game and had to go down a couple of times, which resulted in Zuma coming off with what appeared to be a lower body injury. Great. Because Issa Diop had to come on, and when Issa Diop and Craig Dawson play together, it's literally like watching Laurel and Hardy, but a lot thinner, not American, and without them falling off ladders and stuff. They don't fall off ladders, they just fall to the ground and fall in their standards of defending when those two are playing together. It's literally, you know, like going from Hayley Baldwin to Susan Boyle. It's like that. Where those two are together defending. And Brentford just attacked swiftly, long balls, long passes. I didn't even know some of the West Ham players were there. They're like, I'm saying, they're like dodo birds. They're dead, non-existent. I don't see how much from Lanzini, who gave the ball away a few times. Fornals didn't do much. Bowen was quiet. Antonio quiet. But, oh, well, Antonio's been a missing person since January. Please locate him if you do see him. Call 112 or whatever the local number is of your police, because he's gone missing. I thought Dawson was only our best player in that first half because he at least gave a damn. And Sofal, please come back to your normal self. Please just find your inner 2021 self again. Please. Don't do this to me, man. Sofal's been naff all season. Don't even know why he started in this. Truthfully, I don't. West Ham didn't connect. Couldn't string passes. I was hoping they'd get a grilling at half-time, but even if they did get a grilling, did it work? Nah, didn't. 1-0 to Brentford within the opening 2 minutes of that second half. Comes from a throw-in, and Buemo scored off of that throw-in. I swear he only ever turns up against us. Another similarity to Brentford and Brighton. Brighton, Neil Maupay only ever turns up against us. Bueno only turns up against us as well. He hadn't scored in about 14 games before he slotted one past Fabianski at the near post. And all you people on Twitter are going, oh yeah, could have saved it, it was near post. No. It was bad defending. Diop was to blame for it. Again, it's a Diop. It's like Calamity. Forget Calamity Jane. It's like, you know, Calamity Issa. When he's in that defence. Just falls apart with him and Dawson. They got no cooperation at all. And Cresswell was caught off guard a little bit as well. But I'm not going to blame Cresswell for that. Wasn't totally his fault. Changes made. Lanzini off. Oh, surprise, surprise. Ben Rama's on. Against his former club, though. And I will say one thing. Everyone did really well in the Brentford fans to applaud him when he came on. Because he did a lot for Brentford. And he's highly respected and fan favourite. Got applauded when he came on. But dull from West Ham. Like I say, no creativity. Nothing. 2-0 soon came. And it was Ivan Toney. And those people who all doubted Ivan Toney and said he's not going to be a Premier League standard striker, you were wrong. David Sullivan was offered the chance to sign Ivan Toney while the latter was at Peterborough. But he said, oh no, I don't want the gigs, I don't want him, oh, don't want him, he's not Premier League proven, you donut. If it's coming from the mouth of David Sullivan, it's going to have about as much intelligence as a washing machine. That's exactly what it is. And the washing machine's actually... That's actually an insult to the washing machine, because the washing machine's actually quite clever, because it cleans all your clothes and stuff. David Sullivan's got no wit about him when it comes to transfers. Clearly made a misjudgment on Ivan Toney, who punished West Ham there. Easy header. Switched off completely. Diop yet again. Nothing. Stood there, did nothing. Didn't defend at all. He's absolutely done at this club, and I want him gone. You know, Moyes talks about having an overhaul in the summer, which I'll get onto in a little bit. Diop's going to be out the door. Just doesn't do very well. Antonio as well. He lost the ball in the middle. Antonio has been absolute dog crap since the 1st of January and hasn't scored a goal. And he still starts. You bet your life he starts every game. Partly because we don't have another striker. And I do feel sorry for him that he gets run down a bit. But the man's been crying out to have someone to give him a kick up the arse. Another player. Odebeko's not going to do it because he's on loan at Doncaster. Big up Doncaster because that's my hometown and the team that I supported and had a season ticket for. But Odebeko's not doing very well out on loan either. And he's not going to break into the first team. How many years have we needed a good striker? 5, 6, 7? No, it's just a revolving door of strikers again. Antonio needed someone to back him up. Antonio came off for Nikola Vlasic. I would have thrown an Andriy Yarmolenko personally. But no, Vlasic came on. It seemed like Vlasic was playing as the lone striker a lot. Because he was in the box a lot trying to threaten. But there's no way he's towering over the Brentford defenders. He wasn't doing it for me. Brentford were gifted the ball and they almost scored again. I think it was Mbuemo again. We had nothing up top as well. Brentford had 7 shots on target to West Ham's 1. That is dominance, if you see anything. That's how you sum it up. That's just dominance. And it finished 2-0 to Brentford. Okay, let's just talk about this. There are no excuses anymore. This club makes excuses. It makes sorry, pity excuses for itself. David Moyes makes excuses, and when he does that, it drags him down to the level of the ownership and the board at this football club. David, you can't make up excuses anymore. You are the manager. You have to take blame. You say, I don't have a big enough squad. Could have rectified that in January and spent some money. Funds were available. You and Rob Newman could have done something. Where is Rob Newman, by the way? Is he stealing a living? Yeah, I think he is. Where is he? He's non-existent again. He's just disappeared into thin air. You know what I'm saying? He's just stealing a living at this club and doing nothing. And you say he's your director of football. What you all wanted, David Moyes. You wanted all these tools to sign players and you don't use them. So what's the point there? Moyes can't accept can't not accept responsibility. Do you know what I'm saying? Short squad on him, could have signed some players. He says, I couldn't find a better striker than Mikel Antonio. And if we don't have Antonio, we got Jared Bowen. Okay, Jared Bowen's good up top. But he couldn't find a better striker than 32-year-old Mikel Antonio, who's got hamstrings like elastic bands that when they snap, it's like bedlam on West Ham Twitter, because we're like, his hamstrings are gone, his hamstrings are gone, his hamstrings are gone. And it's like that scene in The Office where Michael's like, oh my God, it's happening. It's like that level of panic. God's sake. What can I say? It's not acceptable. This is a chance for us to gain ground on a 5th place position. And knowing us, we'll probably get a result against Burnley and Arsenal. But we didn't get a result against Brentford. It's like the West Ham way, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? It's this thing where we can beat the teams around us when it matters, and fair enough, we don't moan when we do that. But the lower teams where it's easier, no disrespect to them, where it's easier to beat them on paper, we can't do it. We don't turn up. There's no excuses for losing anymore. We play Thursday night games. We played Thursday night games before, and we've played on the Sunday as well. You talk about fatigue, rotate your squad, and get more players in. Give those under-23s a chance more. You should talk about the Red Bull model in the academy. Give those youngsters a chance. Okaflex could do a better job than some of our attackers. Perkins, Ekwa, Nevers, Baptiste. Get them in the team as well. They're crying out to play. Sonny Perkins would definitely do a job up top. Get him on. Get him in the team. Get them moulded in. Could save this club money. When Connor Coventry's back from his loan, he gets in that West Ham first team. We don't sell him off no matter what. We need this depth. We need young players. We need hungry players. And those under-23s will fight for the badge more than some of our starters. I mean that. West Ham Twitter becomes a toxic place when we lose. Everyone goes into meltdown. You always get one person going, oh, don't worry. We played on Thursday night. That's just making excuses. Stop the excuses. Stop the BS. Stop all the falsities. Get real. Could have won today, didn't win today. Moyes has to accept blame. Players have to accept blame as well. And that's just how it rolls. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like the video, hit that like button. Don't forget to sub for more content. Comment below as well. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all soon.